Hi, we are here back with
Robert Axelrod.
And what did you want to talk about today?
I wanted to talk about Digimon.
Digimon.
I talked about Digimon yesterday. I played a character that has called Wizardmon. He was only in 4 episodes, but he created a great impact on the fans because he was a very spiritual character.
How so? I've never seen the show, and I doubt a lot of viewers have.
He was a magician. He was a wizard. And he used his magic for a good purpose against the bad guys. And
unlike Finster here, who used it for the bad guys.
Well, Finster didn't know good from bad. Finster was just into making the monsters. He didn't care.
So you can now have them fight with each other. You got the Digimon guy and Finster.
Yeah, I guess. But I also played Armadillo Man.
In
Digimon.
Digimon?
Yeah, he was one of the good guys too. He was one of the Digimon.
So what voice character is this one? What does his voice sound like?
He sounded like this. Just a high-pitched me. And,
he was kind of a more easier one to do, huh?
Yeah, it was easy on the voice.
So, do you mind me asking, how do you get into voice acting? Because I've got a few friends that are interested in it.
Well, I would say the best way is to take classes, take a class, and you learn a lot in the class about getting into the business, as well as learning how to use your voice and learning the ins and outs of voiceovers. There's a lot of different areas of voiceover. There's working in radio, there's doing cartoon work, there's doing ADR work, which is dubbing, there's doing voiceover commercials, which is a big field, voiceover industrials, which is something that you don't hear about too much.
How come?
I do a lot of that because it's for private companies.
Okay.
It's not for the public. You do an
sales
industrial,
pitch?
Yeah. You do a sales pitch, a company sales pitch that will air with a video on their sales video, and it pays good money, but it doesn't make you a big star. But it's a big, important part of making a living in voiceovers. I do a lot of this industrial stuff through an agency I belong to. Nobody's ever heard about it, but it pays the rent.
Yeah.
So that's an area to learn about. And then after that, I'd say see if you can get a voiceover agent.
So their voiceover actors are trained differently than stage actors and stuff?
Well, acting is acting. And stage acting is very important to know for all aspects of acting. It's just there's different... The hows are the same. It's the whats that are different. It's in voice acting, you don't have to... For example, when you're reading for something, you don't have to look up from the page. You're not playing to a live audience, or you're not playing to a camera. You're playing to a microphone that's going out with wires and connections to a tape recorder or a recorder, a digital recorder that's going to then go on an MP3 or something like that then is going to be aired to the public. There's a whole lot of vias.
But the steps are quicker.
But it sometimes takes 8 months for your voice to be heard by the public. It depends. If you're doing a cartoon voice, and they have to do the animation around the cartoon, it takes a year for your voice to come out in that cartoon. But the basics of acting are the same, so it's important to learn acting.
Presentation.
Yeah.
The study of throwing the voice.
Yeah. Story. You learn story structure as an actor. Beginning, middle, and an end. Character development. That's all the same amongst the different acting genres.
So you've done both acting and voice. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, I like everything. I don't play a favorite.
Okay, because some people like playing favorites to one side and they like the other side.
Well, whatever's earning me a living, I sort of lean to. Because that's important to earn a living in what you're doing.
But also enjoy it too.
And enjoy it, yeah. I've done some jobs, both voiceover and on camera, that were just jobs. It was just work. It wasn't fun.
And then there's stuff
that happens.
And then there's the happy mistakes like Lord Zedd here that you never expected to be even remembered today, almost 15 years later, would you say?
Yeah. I had no idea about these conventions and stuff. My girlfriend, who's also my manager, forced me into this. She says, start contacting the conventions.
And how have the conventions been meeting the fans of the Power Rangers?
Oh, terrific. There were so many fans out there who remember Lord Zedd.
And did they all come with stories like Robbie was with you yesterday?
You bet.
That how you influenced him, and he'd sit there every afternoon, run home from school, and go, flip that TV on just to see what you're going to do next to Tommy and the rest of the Power Rangers.
Exactly, yep. And it's really heartwarming.
And then you got other fans that came in later.
Yeah.
That realized that the early ages of the Power Rangers were better than the later ages.
Yeah. They're showing some of the early episodes on
Disney.
Toon Disney.
Yeah, it was on Disney. Yeah, it was Disney Channel. Now I think it's Toon Disney is where they have it now, the cable channel. And basically, they always have every year a Power Ranger Classic Marathon.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look for that.
Yeah, it's sometime during the summer because Robbie always sees it. Just to see all those old episodes that he with Jason, Tommy, Rita, all his old favorites.
Yeah. Disney has yet to package those in a DVD package.
They do random packages, but not full packages.
Oh, yeah.
They still do the random episodes. So every so often you can find them at like a Walmart or something.
All right.
But not a full seasonal packages like they did back with VCRs.
Yeah.
So people are still missing out on a lot of that history.
Yes.
You gotta wait for Disney to release it from the vault.
Yeah.
Kind of like Marvel real soon since they just acquired that.
Yeah.
But any last words you'd like to share?
Well, I'd just like to say, give a yell to all my fans and all the fans of in the horror genre. You keep us going, so thanks a lot.
Well, thank you.
All righty.